Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Chit Chat with Cass. You are listening to this podcast on one of three places: my YouTube channel, SoundCloud, or iTunes. As always, thank you everyone that listens, comments, and shares your thoughts with me for each episode. It is greatly appreciated. So in today's episode, I'm going to be diving into a rather large topic: music. I'm a huge music lover, and the idea of sharing my favorites or my music collection would literally take hours. It would be hours and hours long. So I hope that this setup that I've decided on will work out nicely for this instead. I've found basically a variety of music tags and questions, and I'll be sharing my answers and hopefully showing you some of my favorite songs at the same time. It is safe to say that I will be leaving out many amazing songs or artists that I love, but I did have to narrow this down, guys. Kind of like I did for my movies episode. I had to narrow it down, but I do love a lot of music. I also really wanted to share some samples of the songs in this episode, but after some research, it's safe to say that record labels would not be a fan of that. Even if it was just like a 10-second long little clip, podcast episodes work a little bit different than the standard YouTube videos when it comes to copyright law. So, unfortunately, I cannot share any samples in this, but I can't promise I won't sing in this episode. You've been warned. I would obviously recommend all these songs that I'm going to be sharing with you guys, and maybe you can take this episode as kind of like a music playlist suggestion list. In turn, I have made an unlisted playlist on YouTube of all the songs that I'm going to be talking about. The link is going to be in the description for you guys, so you can browse through them, listen to songs, or if any of them sound interesting, I put it all in a playlist for you guys so that it's easier to find, just in case you do need some music recommendations. Now, I have no idea how many tag questions I have or how many songs I'll be sharing with you because I just started jotting down as many of the questions as I could find. And on some of these questions, I will be sharing more than one song because guess what? It's my podcast and I do what I want. But some of them I really do have multiple songs to share with you guys. So let's get started because I honestly have no idea how many songs I'm going to be sharing. So first up we have a song you like with a color in the title. So one of them is Blue Jeans by Lana Del Rey. So I really love her voice and the background music throughout this song. This was actually the song that introduced me to Lana Del Rey, actually, and I just really enjoy it. We also have Black and Gold by Sam Sparro. The music on this is gold. Like, no pun intended. I feel like some of the lyrics are kind of random, but the music behind this is so good. I just love it. It has an awesome beat. The rhythm is so on point. I think I randomly found this song on iTunes one day, and I've just loved it ever since. I was not disappointed with my random iTunes buy. And then we have a White Demon Love Song by The Killers. So I found this song through a movie. I found it on the New Moon soundtrack. Yes, I know, the Twilight movies. You don't have to like them, but if you think they have bad music in them, you may have lost your marbles because those soundtracks are some of my favorite movie soundtracks. I know other Killers music, but this one is just one of my favorites, and I don't even really know why, but I really like the tone of this song. Okay, next we have a song you like with a number in the title. So first I have 40 Day Dream by Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros. This is another song I love the music and the beat to it. The opening of this song always has me kind of rocking my head back and forth because I enjoy the beat so much. And I enjoy his voice as well, and of course, the song. I first heard this song on a benefit album, and I'm honestly not really familiar with the band besides this song, but it is obviously on my favorites list, so I should probably check out their other music. More of a fun song is Forever by the Veronicas. I was super into this song in high school and I still love it. It's really got an upbeat song and the two girls' voices are really great together. I especially love some of the background vocals that are throughout this song. And then I also included 15 Step by Radiohead. Super into the drums in this and the guitar part in this song. I just love it. Really into how it flows behind the lyrics, and I don't know, I just love it. I'm going to be saying that a lot in this episode, guys, because I love all these songs. And since I can't play a sample for you, it makes it kind of difficult to explain what I mean. But music is still a passion of mine, and I wanted to share some of these with you. Next question, a song that reminds you of summertime. I immediately thought to Gimme Some Lovin' by the Spencer Davis Group. All I think about when I hear this song is driving to the beach, playing in the ocean. It just totally reminds me of summer, has all of those summer vibes, and if I ever decide to go surfing or do anything like that, I feel like this song needs to be like rocking in the background. I also included Gasoline by Halsey. I think that's mostly because I discovered this song and Halsey in the summer, so I always relate this song to summertime or being outside in the summer, in the summer breeze. I don't know, I'm weird because I don't really think it relates to summer really, but just me personally, I relate it to the summer months, if you will. But this is just one of many songs that I love from Halsey, and this one just happens to remind me of summer. And then this one, I hadn't thought about it in years until I was actually driving home from work today and it came on the radio. And I was like, oh, there we go. My friends and I used to play this all the time in summer breaks. And that is Boys of Summer by Atarius. This is a remake. It's one of those few rare ones where I actually prefer the remake to the original. But it's totally a good song to play in the summer months, I think. Okay, next up, a song that reminds you of someone you would rather forget about. First, I have Someone Like You by Adele. Oh my gosh, this song. This song came out on such a bad day. Like seriously, guys, what bad timing for what was happening in my life. But it is a beautiful song. It just happened to fit a situation pretty nicely for me. But I love Adele's voice, and I still listen to this song, even though you're supposed to, what is it? Someone you'd rather forget about or whatever. I still listen to this song because it's great. Then I also have Before the Worst by The Script. Now this song is more geared towards relationships, as most love songs are, but for me, it actually fits some of my past friendships pretty well, some of the lyrics do. So that kind of fits into this category as well. And then I have It Is What It Is by Lighthouse. I like a lot of Lighthouse music, but this one in particular is just a really beautiful song, and it kind of, tugs at those feels, if you will. You get those music goosebumps. Next question, a song that needs to be played loud. How about Bon Jovi's Livin' on a Prayer? I don't think you can honestly listen to this song quiet. It must be loud. It must be blaring to fully understand and take in Livin' on a Prayer. We also have Good Girls by Elle King. I love this song. I totally rock out to this when I'm driving all the time, quite loudly, or when I have my headphones in. I really like this one, and it also needs to be played pretty loud. I also included Feel It Still by Portugal the Man. I'm always rocking out to this with my headphones on. This song is new, but it definitely has a retro feel to it, and I think that's probably why I enjoy it so much. I love it, and I'm constantly listening to it. It's a great song to go to a walk. A song that makes you want to dance. Okay, I have a few again. Some are pretty obvious, but bear with me. So, how about Footloose by Kenny Loggins? Isn't that obvious? Of course it makes you want to dance. It's from the movie Footloose. Unless you've been living under a rock, you probably know that already. But yes, Footloose most definitely makes me want to dance every time I listen to it. We also have We Are Not Alone by Carla DeVito. This is also from a movie. I'm a movie buff, guys. It's from Breakfast Club when they're dancing as well. So anytime it comes on, I think about them dancing across the counter or, Molly Ringwald dancing, that time of thing. For some newer songs, I totally danced to the song Trudy by Aston Marigold. I first heard this on Grey's Anatomy, and I'm pretty sure it was a dancing scene as well, so I think that's why I relate it to dancing, but it has such a good beat. I'm always dancing through my living room to this song. And the same goes for Shake It by Metro Station. Do you guys remember that song? It was so popular. A little bit of a one-hit wonder, I feel like, but I still listen to it all the time, and it still has me dancing. A song to drive to. We Got the Beat by the Go-Go's is a big one. I always put this on, especially when I'm driving, like when I'm leaving work or anything like that. I always go to this song to listen to. I don't know why, it's a great beat, and like, you can really just groove to it while you're car dancing. But honestly, I could really listen to any of the songs on this list because they're all my favorites, or anything that I can sing along to is, definitely important. A song about drugs or alcohol. So I immediately went to White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane. I mean, that's pretty much all about psychedelic drugs and Alice in Wonderland, and quite the trip in White Rabbit, so I think that qualifies. A song that makes you happy. So this first one is funny because I have no idea what they're saying. It's called Senegal Fast Food, and it's in French. And I don't speak French, guys. But it always puts me in a great mood. I don't know why. Then we also have, I included the Victory Celebration song. Now this is from the end of Return of the Jedi. If you know me, you may know that that is my favorite Star Wars movie, and I just really like this song. It's all like, celebrate, yay, you won type of situation. So I really enjoy this song. I should say it's from the newer edits of Return of the Jedi because it is not the original song that was in that part. It was an Ewok song before. A song that makes you sad. So I'll Be Seeing You by Jimmy Durante. I think this is really a beautiful song, and it's been a favorite of mine for a while. I also really enjoy the Billie Holiday version of this. I just happen to relate it to like a funeral situation, so I think that's what makes it kind of sad. But I still do really like this song. I actually, the other day, I randomly sang a cover to this song, like in between filming a video for you guys. So I might share that with you guys sometime. I just was like, in between shots and decided to sing this song. It was incredibly random. Another one that makes me sad is called Cats in the Cradle by Harry Chapin. This is also related to a funeral for me, so every time I hear it, like, I have random memory flashbacks to, like, sad times, so, I can be in the best of mood, but either time, like, both of those songs play, they're both lovely songs. They just kind of, like, put your spirits a little further down. A song you never get tired of. Renegades by the Ex-Ambassadors. I think I could listen to this song on repeat for hours and not be tired of it. It's been a favorite of mine since it came out, and it still is on my top played playlist. I love, the music in it. I love the lyrics. Their voices are great. Some of the background vocals as well. I just really enjoy this song and doubt I will ever get tired of it. A song from your preteen years. I have Blame It on the Weatherman by Bewitched. Did you guys listen to Bewitched if you're around my age? I still have this song on my phone, so it lasted through the preteen years as well. I had, their whole CD, and I enjoyed some of their other music, but this one in particular has always been my favorite one. I also wanted to include Larger Than Life by the Backstreet Boys. I was more of a Backstreet Boys 90s child than I was an NSYNC child. I feel like you were either on one side or the other. Larger Than Life was one of my favorite Backstreet Boys songs, and once again, I still listen to it today, so it has lasted throughout the years. A random song you have to sing along with. So this one is quite random, at least in my mind it is. It's Open Your Heart by Madonna. I didn't know this song for many years. I actually first heard it in the movie Crossroads, and now every time I hear it, I have to start singing along. I can't help myself. I don't really know if this is one of her bigger hits. Is it? I don't know. I know she obviously, it's Madonna. She has way more popular songs, things like that, but have you guys heard of this song before? Oftentimes, when I start singing it, people are surprised that I know it because they don't personally know it, so I guess that would be the random song that I sing along with. A song that you would love to be played at your wedding. So, first of all, that will be a blessed miracle if that day ever happens. But let's just play along. I really love the song Moonlight Serenade by Glenn Miller. It was recorded in 1939, so you might not know it, but I like vintage music as well. It's just so beautiful. I don't know. It's just such a pretty song. I think that it would be a very sweet song to be played at a wedding, a slow dance type of situation. Although I also see the Throne Room song from John Williams, like, playing at my wedding as well. That's from New Hope, if you guys aren't familiar. Somehow I see my dad and I, like, walking down the aisle to that song. Yeah, I see that happening. A song that is a cover by another artist. So I loved this song in high school so much, I would listen to it on repeat. It is Just a Dream by Christina Grimmie, and I know it's someone else as well, but I forgot his name. This cover, in my opinion, is much better than the original song, and these days this cover is, like, pretty sad. It's very depressing because Christina Grimmie was killed a few years back. But it's still a beautiful song, and I listen to it all the time, and she had an amazing voice. It's very tragic. One of your favorite classical songs. So it's actually part of the Four Seasons piece. It's the winter section. I've always really liked that part. The opening with the violin is really great, and then as you get into it, the other instruments, like, continue in and add to it, and it gets faster and faster, and I really love it. I have a lot of, like, love and, like, appreciation for orchestra music, probably because, like, I played the violin for a few years, so I kind of, like to watch the bows move, and I like to, like, listen for different things just because I had that orchestra experience, so I do like classical music as well. A song that you would sing a duet with on karaoke, okay? This would totally be, like, Love Shack by the B-52s. Like, you should see me in the car when this song comes on. Like, I totally would do a duet karaoke to this song because it is so much fun. Well, the Love Shack is a little old place where we can get together. Love Shack, baby. I love that song. Another one that would be super fun for, like, a duet is You're the One That I Want from Grease. Like, that's a pretty fun song, right, guys? And it'd be great for karaoke. Although, let's not, like, completely change ourselves for a relationship like Sandy and Danny, everyone. Alright, a song from the year that you were born. Okay, so this question was super difficult because apparently I don't care for a lot of music that came out in 1992. I kept finding some songs that I did really like, but they became popular in 92, but they were technically released in 91, and I was trying really hard to play by the rules. So I went with Michael Jackson, Remember the Time. That single was released in 92, and I do enjoy that Michael Jackson song. Apparently it took me forever to find it. I really like that music video, if you guys have ever seen it. It, like, has Eddie Murphy in it. A song that makes you think about life. Mad World by Gary Jules is a really good one. It's such a pretty song, like, very soft and beautiful. Definitely makes me think about life. I also included World Spins Madly On by the Weepies. And also Be Yourself by Audioslave, another song I really love, but I really love all these songs, guys. But Audioslave, rest in peace, Chris Cornell. So sad. A song that has many meanings to you. So that would be Fake Friends by Joan Jett. Oh yeah. I've listened to that song quite a bit. Like, from the moment I discovered it. Yeah, definitely has a lot of meanings. But also Full Moon by the Black Ghosts. That I started listening to that one in a very interesting part of my life, and I also, I just remember that portion now because it has, so many different meanings for me. A favorite song with a person's name in the title. So let's see, I have Priscilla by Bat for Lashes. She has a great voice. I'd say more unique than ones that you would usually hear. I also have, of course, Jolene by Dolly Parton. I actually have 3 versions of this song. The original, obviously, a new version with the Pentatonics and Dolly Parton, and a cover that Miley Cyrus did. And, of course, we have Uma Thurman by Fall Out Boy. I love Fall Out Boy, and, if you're a fan of the Munsters theme, then this might be the song for you. A song that moves you forward. Counting Stars by One Republic. Honestly, another one that I could listen to on repeat. I really like One Republic, and this song, the lyrics, some of the music, are easily on my favorites list. Actually, fun fact, this song kind of almost inspired a tattoo a few years back, but who knows, it might happen again, it might inspire me again. It's kind of was like a work in progress, if you will. A song you think everybody should listen to. Well, you should listen to all of these songs I mentioned because they're all fantastic. That's why I'm making the playlist for you guys, to hopefully make it a little bit easier for you if you do need that music recommendation. But here are some specific ones that you should really check out. Barnes Courtney has 2 songs that I am so obsessed with right now, and I actually have been obsessed with for a while. One is called Fire, and like when that chorus drops, it's like, bam! Oh, give me that fire. You should really check it out. It's like one of my favorites. I know I keep saying that. All these are my favorites, but it's so good. Also, another one of his songs is Glitter and Gold. I love that one as well. I really like this guy's voice as well. Both of these songs are constantly being played through my headphones. They're on all my top playlists and so on. Also, check out Meet Me in the Woods by Lord Huron. I think that's right. It will be in the playlist. It's such a chill song, and I can listen to it like all the time. It kind of reminds me of like, going out hiking or something like that. It's just a very nice song, and I love the vibe to it. And lastly, for this question, I'm going to say All Stars by Kendrick Lamar. I've been pretty obsessed with this song after seeing Black Panther because it was on the soundtrack for that movie, and I still love it, so you should definitely check it out. A song by a band you wish were still together. That's going to be Numb by Linkin Park. Rest in peace, Chester. Makes me so sad. A song made for a TV show. When the Stars Go Blue by Bethany Joy Lenz and Tyler Hilton. This was made for One Tree Hill, and I am a big One Tree Hill fan, so obviously I do love this song. Also, some of the songs from Nashville are really great if you like more of like country-aimed music. Telescope by Hayden Panettiere is probably one of my favorites from that show, and there are really a lot of good different songs from Nashville. A song made for a movie. I'm gonna go with She's Like the Wind by Patrick Swayze. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous song and was made for Dirty Dancing, and I happen to love that movie. We also have, Ghostbusters, because, come on, who doesn't love the Ghostbusters theme? Or Don't You Forget About Me for The Breakfast Club. A song by an artist no longer living. Going to go with I Walk the Line by Johnny Cash. I do, however, love a lot of different Johnny Cash music, but I think Walk the Line is probably my favorite one, closely followed by, Ring of Fire, and then it goes into some of the duets that he did with June Carter. A song that makes you want to fall in love. So I kind of fangirl over this song. It's kind of funny. I don't know why, but I just think it's absolutely beautiful. I searched and searched to find this song on vinyl, but anyway, it's Nights in White Satin by Moody Blues. I just love this song so much, and fun fact, they were recently inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and they sang this song, and they still sound amazing. I was so happy to see them perform this one since it's my favorite song of theirs. It's fantastic. A song that breaks your heart. So there are so many, because music is all about heartbreak, right? But one that seriously tugs at my heart all the time is Whiskey Lullaby by Brad Paisley and Alison Krauss. Damn, this song is sad. I really like the lyrics and I like how it's written, but it's a freaking sad song. It's a country song. If you don't like country, you might want to skip it, but I think it's beautiful, but it's heartbreakingly tragic at the same time. Favorite rap song. So recently I actually got my first Cardi B song, and I've been listening to I Like It by Cardi B. I'm actually a fan of the song that she samples in that one, so it's a nice kind of combination of the original song and her rap for me. Lose Yourself by Eminem has been a favorite of mine for many years. I also love Train by Flipside. It's another really great one that has a beat, and the music for this one is really good, especially when I'm going for a walk or something. It's really great beats. AO Technology by 50 Cent, that gets stuck in my head all the time, when it comes on my playlist, I'll be singing it the rest of the day. And I've also really been into the song I Won by Future, a song by an artist with a voice that you love. So, Seven Wonders. Now, Stevie Nicks sings this song, but it is a Fleetwood Mac song, but I love Stevie Nicks' voice. I have a lot of favorites from her, of course, her solo stuff, but also a lot of favorites from Fleetwood Mac, the band, as well. A song that you remember from your childhood. So this one is also from a TV show as well, but it totally fits into my weird little childhood. I was a weird little child. It was actually a theme song to So Weird. So it's In the Darkness by Mackenzie Phillips. She played the mom on that show. But I have the full song still, and I listen to it all the time. It just fits in with my weird hobbies and interests, in the darkness is light. A song that reminds you of yourself. So this one is actually from a YouTuber. When she came out with this song, I was like, shit, like, just call me out, why don't you? Because it literally fits me so much, like, right now. It's kind of crazy how much I relate to this song. It's been many years since a song like hit me like that, but it's Satellite by Gabby Hanna. She is also known as the Gabby Show. She is lovely. I love her videos, and I also love her music that she's been putting out, but Satellite, gosh, it fits me so much. Favorite score. So this is a hard one, you like, geez. Scores are kind of my thing. I love them so much. I could talk about like my favorite scores like forever and ever. I call them out in movies, like when other movies reference a score. Like, scores are my thing. But by far, my favorite composer is easily John Williams. He's amazing, and he's created many of my favorite pieces. You know, Duel of Fates, Force theme, Padme's Reminiscence, Across the Stars, Hedwig's theme, Superman theme. I mean, the list literally goes on because John Williams has created so many different scores for so many different things. I do have to also give a shout out to Hans Zimmer for like his stuff for the Ring movies. I really like that music as well. And, you know, Danny Elfman is also amazing with some of his like Batman themes and stuff like that. But John Williams is definitely my favorite composer for scores. Instrumental song, well, that could have easily been any of the scores that I just listed, but we will go with River Flows in You. I used to listen to this song on repeat when I would read in high school or when I was like doing schoolwork or studying. It's a very calming and relaxing song, but like it's the melody of it is very pretty. Favorite workout song. One of them is One Woman Army by Porcelain Black. It's such a great upbeat song to work out to or to walk to, run to, like things like that. I just love it. Also, anything from Glitch Mob. I have so many of their songs that I listen to for workouts or really just like every day. I have so many of Glitch Mob's music. I have like so many. Favorite song from a musical. That's going to be Pure Imagination by Gene Wilder for Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I actually recently like put this back into my playlist and like so I've been listening to it a lot lately. It's just like a very beautiful song and the background music and like what is it like? Is it bells or something like that? Like the whimsical almost sound to that song. I really enjoy it. I think someone tried to recently remake this song and I was like, let's not, like just don't touch it. I also really enjoy All That Jazz from Chicago. The opening of that song is a bit longer, takes you right back into the 20s, and then it like fades into the full All That Jazz song, and I really enjoy that one too. Favorite Disney song. So I have a lot, you know, I used to watch Disney movies all the time growing up, but I really love a score piece, for example, from Beauty and the Beast. Now, it's like the opening music for the cartoon. It's such a pretty song. I've listened to it a lot when I like write or when I'm reading or things like that. It's very pretty. It will be included in the playlist. I also love I Won't Say I'm in Love by Hercules. It's another favorite because my friends and I used to sing different parts on this song, like all the time, you know, like no chance, no way, I won't say it, no, it's too cliche, I won't say I'm in love. We used to sing it like all the time. It's so funny. I'll Make a Man Out of You is my favorite song from Mulan. I think I've sang that on like a previous podcast too. It's like, let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Did they send me daughters when I asked for sons? I could go on, but let's not. What else do I have here? A World of My Own from Alice in Wonderland is like, you know, more of a classic look at Disney. Gosh, how's that one? It's like, cats and rabbits would reside in fancy little houses and be dressed in shoes and hats and trousers in a world of my own. I really like that one too. I actually was singing it in this YouTube video that I did, and then I forgot how much I liked it, and then I was singing it constantly because I forgot how much I did enjoy that song. I think there's another one. There's Something There from Beauty and the Beast is another favorite Disney of mine. There's something sweet and almost kind, but he was mean and he was coarse and unrefined, and now he's dear and so unsure. I wonder why I didn't see it there before. I don't know why it's so easy for me to listen or sing Disney songs like almost immediately. It's probably because I used to watch these movies like so often growing up and everything, that I think probably a lot of the music I started singing like at an early age was Disney music. So I'll just like start randomly singing different Disney songs. Don't judge me. I'm sure you do it too. Okay guys, so to end this episode out, I'm going to go through the decades with some favorite songs from each decade, basically. Once again, it is safe to say that I'm going to be leaving out some amazing songs, but I have to narrow it down because if not, we would be here forever. So, from the 1920s, it would be just like the Charleston. Now, there are a lot of variations to this song, but the one I listen to will be in the playlist, like the more specific one I listen to. But of course, it's like been rearranged and redone by a lot of different people over the year. Obviously, with 20s music, you're going to get very Chicago-esque if you're a fan of that musical because it's based in the 20s. So, yeah, the Charleston song is one of my favorites for that. For the 1930s, it is easily going to be Sing, Sing, Sing by Benny Goodman. Now, a lot of people relate this to the 40s because it really did gain a lot of popularity in the 40s. It's in a lot of movies that are based in the 40s or shows, but it actually came out in 1937. This is another one that I would totally play at my wedding because it's just such a fun song and like it sounds even better on like vinyls, I promise. For the 1940s, we're going to go with In the Mood by Glenn Miller. Now there was some questionable like sources for this one. Like some people said it came out in 39, other people said 40. So we'll just count it as the 40s. It's another one that really does sound better on vinyl. All these older songs and musics obviously do sound better on vinyls in my opinion. The Andrews Sisters actually like did a cover of In the Mood, you could say, where they added lyrics to the beat of it, but I'm not sure what year they did that specifically, but I like both versions, just the instrumental original one by Glenn Miller or the remade like Andrews Sisters one, and that one really does sound very 40s-esque. Okay, the 1950s is Shake, Rattle, and Roll. The 50s also has a lot of fantastic, really great music. It was hard to like narrow it down. I love a lot of different 50s music. But forever, Shake, Rattle, and Roll has been a favorite of mine by Bill Haley and his Comets. So that's the one I will list today. The 1960s, Have You Ever Seen the Rain? Creedence Clearwater Revival. I love this song. I also have a few other covers of it as well, one by Joan Jett that is also great, but this one specifically is really good. And I also included Time of the Season by the Zombies. This one just screams 60s to me. I don't know why, but I really enjoy this song. I've listened to it for years and years and definitely had to be in the 60s category for this episode. 1970s, I had to do Stayin' Alive by the Bee Gees because, you guys, like, that's all I think of when I think of the 70s. And if you listen to that song and you don't, like, move your shoulders along with the beat, or you don't, like, walk the way that they walk down the street in the music video, there might be something wrong with you because it's, like, so hard not to get into that song, even if you don't like 70s music. I also had to, of course, throw in Cherry Bomb by the Runaways, or I Love Playing with Fire by the Runaways. Gotta add in my female rockers, of course, and, you know, from that band came Joan Jett and Lita Ford, so we gotta give the Runaways their credit there. I actually think I have 4 or 5 versions of Cherry Bomb. It's kind of crazy, but, you know. Oh, and let's also do Rhiannon by Fleetwood Mac. That is my favorite Fleetwood Mac song. The 1980s, oh my god. So, you guys, I'm leaving so many songs off for this because I have so many favorites. Like, I have a dedicated 80s playlist, so to narrow it down to, like, from all of these amazing songs is so difficult for me. Like, I have a lot of favorites, but I added a couple. How about Hold Me Now by the Thompson Twins? I've always loved this song. It's a slower song, but I've just always really liked it, so it's a favorite. Karma Chameleon by the Culture Club. This song gets stuck in my head every time I hear it. Separate Ways, Journey. That's probably my favorite Journey song, so I definitely wanted to include that one on here. Love is a Battlefield, Pat Benatar. and Heart in My Heart by Quarter Flash. I'll stop right there because if I continue, I will literally read my entire 80s playlist for you guys because I have a lot of 80s favorites. For the 1990s, we'll do a bit of opposites here, like Everybody by the Backstreet Boys or Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. Pretty different styles of music, but I love both of them. 2000s, let's do Lucky by Britney Spears. That was pretty early 2000s, but I really like that Britney song. How about Usher's Yeah? If you are around my age and you never danced to Yeah, like what are you doing? You're missing out. It was like one of those songs that was constantly playing like on the radio or like at school dances or things like that because it was so popular. Another one was Get the Party Started by Pink. It was another one that just played all the time, especially in those type of situations, and I still love all of them. As for the 2010s, that's like all the new music, so it's a little difficult to narrow it down, but Uptown Funk by Mark Ronson definitely has that vintage feel to it, even though it's a new song, so that's honestly probably why I like it. Somebody That I Used to Know by Gyote. That became kind of more of a one-hit wonder, but I still really like that song. Have you guys actually, like, heard the Star Wars parody of that? It's pretty funny. And then we have Radioactive by Imagine Dragons, or It's Time, On Top of the World, Believer. They're a great band. I have a lot of favorites from Imagine Dragons, so they're another really good one for like the 2010s, if you will. Alright guys, so those are the music tag questions I found, all the songs that I thought I would share for this episode. Obviously, I had to leave out many other amazing songs, but I hope that, you got a feel for some of my favorites. A lot of people have asked me about my favorite music or what I listen to, so hopefully this gave you a better idea of how, kind of random my music style is. I feel like it's a little bit all over the place. Like sometimes, my shuffle will go and we're listening to something from the 1940s and then we're listening to rap. So it just kind of bounces around. We're listening to Willie Nelson country and then all of a sudden we're listening to hardcore rock. It's funny. It just bounces all around in my random music library. So remember, I did make the playlist for you guys. It will be linked below, so you guys can check out all the songs that I listed here, or if you need more music suggestions, things like that. I do hope that you enjoyed this episode of Chit Chat with Cass, and I will see you guys next week for another episode. Thanks for listening, guys!